But Malcolm Hardy, what were the stories about him? Malcolm Hardy, the guy that the award that was.
Yeah, Malcolm. I mean, he was whatever you've heard about Malcolm, it's probably true.
Ah,
I mean, he really was. He was a again. He's the sort of person now that would just not stand a chance. He was, he he's been in prison for 5 years. He stole Freddie Mercury's Rolls Royce. That's what he got into prison. For 5 years, and in fact, subsequently, his cellmate was a guy called Wizzo, who became my manager among other comedians. But Malcolm was just a kind of he was a chancer, and he was a legend in Deptford, where he sort of grown up,
oh,
and he set up this club in called Up the Creek, and I played there a few times, and I mean, it really was a bear pit, but it was a fantastic club because the audience were, they adored Malcolm, and Malcolm made no attempt to kind of say, "Oh, welcome to the club, and we got some great acts for you. Please go." He'd say, "Okay, next act's on. Saw him a few weeks ago, and he was a bit shit, but." I think he's a bit better now, and so please welcome Dave Cohen. Off he goes, and that was your kind of introduction you got. So you're in a kind of battle of wits, because a lot of these people were very funny. A lot of the crowd were as funny as the
oh,
as the acts. So sometimes you were in a real kind of battle of wits with the people. You had the mic, so you were kind of in a slightly better position. But yeah, Malcolm was a complete charlatan, really. I think. But yeah, he was. But he also, he drank excessively, and that kind of was responsible for him falling off a boat and drowning. And in Deptford, in the docks in Greenwich or somewhere, there, and yeah, so it was a kind of extraordinary life that he had, and an extraordinary funeral as well, and he was just a kind of just a person who made that world just a little bit more colourful when he was around it. But it was hard work working for or with Malcolm, but it was always entertaining in the end.
hmm. Oh, basically, he was a character.
Yeah, he was a character.
God. It, let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've heard. You hear that with a few characters. I've heard that twice now. So there's a guy called Django Edwards in the clown community who I've heard a lot of
Yeah,
mad things about. And the person who met him, John Townsend, says if you'd met him, whatever you've heard about him is probably true. And there's twice I've heard that about some of these
yeah,
characters.
yeah, yeah. No, Malcolm was a one-off, definitely. But as I say, you just wouldn't get a Malcolm now. I think I would be surprised if anyone like him emerged now. I just can't quite see it. Really. I mean, he came from a very much of that sort of that world of the kind of Deptford, the South London gang culture. It was a tough old world, really, and a lot of small time gangsters. So yeah, I'm not sure how many of them would find their way into the world of alternative comedy these days.